So nowadays, everyone on this planet is actually staying at home, and the practice is social distance. And we should expect a minimum to none visitors at home. But one cold and rainy night, my doorbell rang, and I thought it was just the delivery guy, and then I didn't pay attention. But then the doorbell rang again, and then and also my dog was ferociously barking non-stop. So I had to go to the door and open the door, and I found there was a big and tall guy standing in front of my door. He's our electrician, but what is he doing here? Why is he here? And he said, "Ma'am, you called for my service." And I said, "No, I didn't." He said, he checked his phone and said, "Well, your name is up and you're on this street and you called for my service." And I said, "I really don't recall this." And then he went on saying that, "Ma'am, you don't remember me? And I did a lot of work like around your house and your new building. And I never had a new building before. So, but it kind of rang a bell for me because my neighbor and a Chinese guy, a Chinese woman, she's a builder and she's only 2 doors next to us. And so I told him, you must have mistaken me as her, and she's a builder." And she said, "No, I remember very clearly. I did the work for you." And then I just thought, this is funny. I told him that she and I will look different. She's taller and she's older than me, and she wears glasses. And he said, "I don't see the difference." And I said, "You've been to my house and I have 2 kids." And he said, "Yeah, you have a boy and a girl. I know, and I remember." That's true. Actually, my neighbors, they have a boy and girl too, but their kids are in middle school, and you can't really mistaken like my preschooler with someone in middle school. So I think this is getting ridiculous. I can't believe that he never found that we're like 2 different family. And he looked, as I was talking, like denying and maybe rejecting to him in a sense. He kept on looking at very disappointed and sad and said, like, "Man, whatever. You know what, ma'am? Never mind. It's been busy. It's been very hard this year. I went to, before coming to your house, on the last house I visited, they called my service, but they canceled the last minute. They didn't want me to get in. It's been so tough this year. I totally understand." And I'm like, "Well, you don't really understand. This is not about me rejecting your service. It is about, I never called for your service and you have mistaken me for someone else." And then I told him, "Let me just show you like where the neighbor is and maybe you will just find out." He said, no, ma'am, never mind. It's been a long day and I've had enough and I'm just gonna call it a day." So as he was walking slowly back to his car, I'm like, what? How can I wake him up? We're 2 different families. And especially we're like a family. My families, or maybe my house, don't even exist in his world. As he was walking, and all of a sudden, I opened the door and I said to him, "Excuse me, sir." And he looked back at me and said, "I did call electrician." And then he was smiling at me. "Now you remember, I told you, I didn't make a mistake." But I said, "But you are the plumber. You went to my house a couple times last year. I remembered you very clearly. You are the plumber. But today you showed up, you said you are the electrician. I can't let you in." And said, "This is ridiculous. I've always been an electrician. I'm not a plumber. Look at all my tools. Like, see, all these tools are for electrician." And I said to him, "You know what? Those tools, like, it could be used for a plumber as well. I can't see the difference." I said, "I have the card. See, this is my business card." And I said, "Well, that could be someone else's card. I still think you are the plumber." As he was processing, and he paused a little bit, and then I burst into laughter. And I said, "Now did you feel how I felt? How did you make me feel a moment ago?" And he paused and then finally smiled at me. And then I point at my neighbor's house, and I said to him, when you go talk to my neighbor, this is their house, do me a favor. Please notice that she wears glasses. Thank you.